The 2016 edition of the Bank of America Challenge Championships brought horses from around North America to Los Alamitos Racecourse in Southern California. For the 11th time, most of any host venue, the track located between Long Beach and Disneyland put on a stakes-filled card of division championships on October 29th. Since last winter, horses in 5 divisions competed across North America and Brazil for the chance to run in the finals. This year, locally based horses fared well, but the Grade 1 championship went to a challenge veteran who has a connection to the first championship winner 23 years ago. Stay with us for a recap of that BOA Challenge Championship and all the finals here on the AQHA Racing Challenge Update, powered by the American Quarter Horse Association. Hi, I'm Jim Byers. Let's begin the recap with the Grade 1 MERIAL DISTAFF Championship. Fillies and mares 3 and up go 400 yards in this division for a purse of $125,000. The slight favorite is Maggie Durant, winner of the Los Alamitos Regional in August. She's only raced once in the interim, finishing 6th in a handicap stakes at Los Al in September. Also 2-1, but the second choice is Flyin' Lion, 5th in the MERIAL DISTAFF final last year. She spent the summer in California for Northwest-based trainer Bill Hoberg. Getting Even qualified in a Grade 3 challenge at Remington Park in May. She'll have post 2 under Cody Jensen. The well-traveled Wrap You Up brings her 7 career wins into this, including a score in the MERIAL Sundowns Distaff Challenge in Washington.
And a beautiful start for Maggie Durant to the extreme outside. Also coming away well here is Time for Wine down the middle part of the track. And Time for Wine is full of run. Flyin' Lion begins to close in as Maggie Durant's not going on, but take a look at Time for Wine, who's getting stronger as the race gets longer.
Overlooked at better than 8-1 in the wagering, Time for Wine takes the MERIAL Distaff by a length and a half in her first race since July 9th. A winner in April at Sam Houston Race Park in the second of 10 regional challenges, Time for Wine takes home her first graded race and does it in California, the state where she was bred by Vessel Stallion Farm. Political Nonsense is second, with Flyin' Lion saving third. Previously raced exclusively in Texas by trainer Brian Stroud, Time for Wine is by Mr. Jess Perry, out of the first down dash mare Fine Wines. She's owned by Pete Scarmardo and was ridden by Francisco Calderon. AQHA Wrangler racing ace Martha CLAUSSEN assisted us with interviews at Los Alamitos.
With Brian Stroud, trainer of Time for Wine. Boy, she just fired beautifully off the layoff tonight, Brian.
Yes, ma'am, she did. Leon Bard and his team deserve a lot of credit for this filly. They're the ones that qualified her. I actually picked her up the day that we left Dallas to come out here, so his team deserves a lot of credit. All we did is try to keep her moving forward and keep her on path and try not to get in her way.
What did she show you tonight?
I mean, she really looked good. I mean, you can't really say a whole lot about it. I mean, she left decent, and they opened up for her, and about halfway down through there, she was out in front, and you know, I knew she'd finish strong. She's kind of built that way to run down on this other end.
The winner's time on the fast track is 19.777 seconds. In our BOA Championships preview show, Jonathan Horowitz pointed out that the Grade 2 John Deere Juvenile Challenge Championship has been a race where horses based in the state hosting the event have had recent success. This year's renewal of the 350-yard test was viewed as more of the same, as the 1-2 finishers in the Los Alamitos Regional for this division were the top wagering choices. 8-5 favorite Kissed by an Eagle won the local qualifier by 3/4 of a length, and followed with a trial win for the PCQHRA Breeders' Futurity. Cesar de Alba rides. One Proud Eagle, second to the favorite in the regional qualifier, is 2-1 and exits a troubled 4th in a different trial for the PCQHRA Futurity. A winner in 3 of 6 starts, he's trained by John Cooper. 5-1 third choice Apolitical Boogie qualified in Arizona. He ran second 3 weeks prior to this in Los Al's Autumn Handicap.
And away they go. And the one who came away the best from down along the inside is Born to Be Bad. Also One Proud Eagle. Apolitical Boogie's lugging out badly to the extreme outside, trying to close in as well. Is still fast as Born to Be Bad's running huge, and so is One Proud Eagle. One Proud Eagle. Tony Garman, get it.
A superb finish by one Proud Eagle under Tony Guyman nets his connections the winner's share of this $151,250 race. Born to be Bad finishes second, a head better than Kissed by an Eagle. Now 4 for 7 with earnings exceeding $264,000. One Proud Eagle is a gelding by One Famous Eagle out of Guy Chasing by Fisher's Dash. He's trained by John Cooper for owner-breeder Ron Hartley, same connections as the late champion Moonist. Final time here, 17.525 seconds. There's plenty of racing still to come, including the Distance, Derby, and Championship divisions on the AQHA Racing Challenge Update.
If I could tell my horse one thing, I would tell her you're my daughter's BFF. You are her quiet time, her free time. I love the way she looks in your eyes and kisses on you every day. She's learned that you are more than just an animal. You are her everything. You hold her heart, and you hold mine when you hold her.
Recent races were part of the handicapping picture for the $125,000 ANDREINI Distance Challenge Championship at 870 yards at Los Alamitos. 5 of the 7 to face the starter had raced in the month of October. Among those with recent preps or challenges for this Grade 1 is Fire on the Fly, whose 5-race winning streak came to an end in Lone Star Park's Distance Challenge October 1st. He's still 3-5 here under Ricky Ramirez. Lone Star Invader CJ's Rock Solid is back for an encore after a close second in last year's Distance Championship. Yet another from Lone Star is Just a Little Rusty, who went riderless after the start of that track's October 1st challenge. He won this race 2 years ago at Prairie Meadows. Representing New Mexico is Albuquerque Challenge winner Streakin' Zoomer, a 7-year-old with 32 starts and 10 wins.
A good start for Mickey Ward, came flying out of the gate, also showing good speed here is DGS Rock Solid. Rare Edge moving through from down along the inside, and Streakin' Zoomer from between horses. Fire on the Fly is content to run 2.5 lengths off these leaders. Another 2 lengths back to Juno.Dat Timber and 3 back to Just a Little Rusty. On past the quarter pole they go, and Mickey Ward on the outside of Rare Ed. Rare Ed has a short advantage. Streakin' Zoomer is running back in third. Fire on the Fly and making ground down along the inside is Juno.Dat Timber, who's closing in gamely as well. On past the 8th pole they come, and Rare Ed's now desperate to hold on. Juno.Dat Timber trying to come through down along the inside with Streakin' Zoomer and CJS Rock Solid. But Ramon Goosey's been the leading rider all year in these races, and it's going to be Rare Ed coming home to win.
Perhaps the unlikeliest of the 5 championship winners this year, Rare Ed qualified after others chose not to run in the final. This Illinois bred gets a front-end journey under Ramon Goosey to beat Just a Little Rusty by almost 2 lengths. Streakin' Zoomer is third. A 5-year-old gelding by Dean Miracle out of the Corona Cartel mare Ms. Corona Jet. Rare Ed was bred by Ronald Martin, is owned by Susan Krotz and Martin Marin, and is trained by Jim Krotz. Second in a pair of Los Alamitos allowance races leading up to this, Rare Ed becomes a stakes winner here and makes his rider happy.
I talked to my trainer here in the paddock when he asked me what I want to do. I told him I'm going to send him really hard. I don't care if he's going to get tired. I will take advantage of the inside post. I will send him really, I don't care if they have a breather or not, but it's exactly what happens. And I take advantage there. I know most of the horses, they're going to drifted out over there because they never run here. So that's my advantage to them. That's why.
Rare Ed goes 870 yards in 45.693 seconds. The championship race that had the most international flavor was the Grade 3 ADEQUAN Derby Challenge Championship. This 400-yard race with a $202,000 purse featured horses who had qualified in Mexico City, Ajax, Ontario, and Grand Prairie, Alberta, in addition to qualifiers from all over the United States. From Western Canada is Tuffy, a California bred who took home Evergreen Park's challenge and added a Canada Quarter Horse Cup Derby after that. Country Boy 1-2-3 is the Ajax Downs hopeful and also its 2016 Peacock Derby winner. Lonely in Front BR is California bred but based in Mexico. She makes her first U.S. start and is 10-1. From New Mexico is Utah bred BF Foos Regis, a filly with a remarkable record of 7 wins and 4 seconds in 11 starts. And local favorite Just Good Reason is the 8-5 choice. She recently ran a close second in the Grade 1 Mildred Vessels Memorial Handicap.
And away they go. beautiful start for Just Good Reason down the center part of the track. Tuffy and BF Boost Rages to the extreme outside comes Keeper. Has BF Boost Rages now coming on, but Just Good Reason, Country Boy 1, 2, 3. Tuffy down along the inside, but it's Just Good Reason who's coming home powerfully. And Just Good Reason, no photo win here in the ADEQUAN Derby Challenge.
Already a Grade 3 winner at Los Alamitos from the La Primera del Año Derby. Just Good Reason adds to her ledger with this half-length score over BF Boost Rages and Tuffy. Oscar Peinado, the jockey. By Good Reason SA, out of the feature Mr. Jess Mare, Just Call Me Tying. Just Good Reason wins for the 6th time in 14 tries with a bankroll of $276,000 plus. Bred in Oklahoma by Preston and Karen Cloud, Just Good Reason is owned by Cena and John Sperry and trained by Paul Jones. Final time for the ADEQUAN Derby, 19.731 seconds.
The American Quarter Horse Association reminds all horsemen that Racing Challenge weanling enrollments are due December 31st. Lifetime enrollment is just $300 for weanlings and $600 for yearlings, making your horse eligible for any Racing Challenge, Bonus Challenge, and Maiden Challenge event. Each fall, regional qualifiers meet in the $1.1 million Racing Challenge Championships. Mark your calendar now. Racing Challenge enrollments are due December 31st.
On a night full of stakes events and rich purses, the biggest of all is the Bank of America Challenge Championship, a Grade 1 $353,500 race at the classic 440-yard distance. A full field of 12 lined up, with 3 to 5 favorite BH Lisa's Boy starting on the far outside under Jesus Ayala. A winner of 10 of 19 and runner-up in a pair of recent Grade 1s at Los Alamitos. This Bill Hoberg trainee returns to the championship after running 5th as a 3-year-old last year. On his best pre-race behavior is 5-1 third choice, AJ's High. The rambunctious 4-year-old is competing on championships night for the 3rd straight year in a different division. 2014 world champion JRC Callis First has post 7. He's not won in 3 tries since qualifying in Houston last April. At 9-2 second choice, Isa Famous Eagle, second in this race last year, makes his first start since May 1st.
And away they go in the Bank of America Challenge Championship, and the one who came away the best was BH Lisa's Boy to the extreme outside. Heath Mornings running on gamely, as is Isa Famous Eagle. Also moving up in the middle part of the track comes Tempting Valor, as Tempting Valor down along the inside as Heath Morning. Now BH Lisa's Boy with these big strides coming on. So as AJ's High out of the clouds comes AJ's High to win it.
AJ's High snaps what for him counts as a losing streak, second in his previous 2 outings, as this Oklahoma bred runs a monster race under Stormy Smith. Now 13 for 20, with earnings in excess of $675,000. This gelding by Apolitical Jess, out of the rare form mare Regally Rare, gets a spot in the Champion of Champions at Los Alamitos in December. Bred and owned by Michael Teal, AJ's High is trained by Charlie Hunt, who also trained the first winner of this race in 1993, Juno's Request.
I've had 2 favorites, the mare that win the first Bank of America and then him. But they're my 2 favorite horses.
3 challenges, 2 wins. I mean, you have overcome so much with his paddock antics.
Well, he's the worst enemy. If he'd have been good, I think, he might have been one that could win all 3 of them, and I thought he could.
He's had his difficult moments, but he's growing up, and this year, for the most part, he's been pretty good to deal with. And I think just gets better with age. He starts calming down and growing up, and love him.
The break was good, but his finish was spectacular.
Yes, ma'am. He finished like a machine tonight. It was nice. 'Cause he broke good, and he always does. But man, when he gets in front like that in that last 100 yards, and he drops and just starts dragging you, it's amazing feeling.
12-horse field presented its challenges, perhaps.
A pretty good bunch of horses. I looked at the program when I got here, and I thought, oh my goodness, this is tough. He was matched with some of the best he's ever had to race with today.
At the end, BH Lisa's Boy was a head back in second, with Isa Famous Eagle third. The time, 21.54 seconds. We'll wrap things up right after this timeout.
If I could tell you something from my heart, I would tell you how proud I am of you. And after you won your race, couldn't wait to get back, and I went up to see your mother and loved on her and told her what her son had done. What a great horse that you are. Jess, just remember, with every hoof beat, our heart beats for you.
The AQHA Racing Challenge Update, powered by the American Quarter Horse Association.
It's been quite a year for the Bank of America Challenge Championships, and it's been our pleasure to bring you all the action here on the AQHA Racing Challenge Update. Our thanks to Martha CLAUSSEN and the AQHA Wrangler Racing Aces for their help this season. More quarter horse racing is still to come this year, so be sure to follow our other show, Raceview Network's Weekend Wrap-Up. For the entire staff and crew, I'm Jim Byers. Thanks for watching all season here on the AQHA Racing Challenge Update.